come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 33 and a first. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
We got this.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Mahomes now on first down. He'll buy some time right. There goes a deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 2nd and 16, Cousins, and Diggs has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A toss to Cook. And some room to run now. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cousins. He's got the first down inside the 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
They come out here in the eye. They try again with Cook. And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. To throw is Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
If there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
Hey, box truck.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down 6. At the
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Alpha. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Wild Bill. 15. Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. Buzz. Hey, let's go.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
At the Chiefs' 42-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Cook on the toss left. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Bring up 48. Check mark 54. Mark 54.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. He got 29 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Cousins on 1st down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Cousins. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, 43, 15.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pushing through the contact. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So after the INT, here's Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. Cook. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. I'm on. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Mike 54. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Right there. 54.
15. Hey, 57 colors.
Mahomes now on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Double up. 80 weapon. Check. Lucky.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. punching it in from a yard away. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Hey, 43, 43, 15.
Smoke. Mike 54. You're not ready. You're not ready. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, team.
Attack, attack.
Long day offense.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. He's at the 50.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. We're back now in KC. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Tight dog.
Hey, can. 2.
From the 41, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Let's make these babies cry all the way, man. Hey, Ringo, 48.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Through. Hey, Charlie.
Cousins to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Mike 55. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
On second down, Williams. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play of this football game.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point try by Bailey. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score, Vikings 23, Chiefs 12. Dan Bailey sets the kickoff.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive.
Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54. Yellow. 54.
That's what I do.
25.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Mike, 54.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 64 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Mike's by 4.
Here we go. Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 50. Hey, ripple is.
Here we go, D. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Blue back strap.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He's at the 50. Leaps past him. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 34 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Mike 55! Mike 55!
Hey, watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Check 53's Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.